If you're going to be using projects to assess your students' understandings and skills, then it's a good idea to have a rubric to make it clear about what your expectations are for a quality product. Here are two websites, Rubistar and iRubric, that give you all kinds of rubrics that you can adjust and monitor and change them to your specifications. So you might want to check those out. Here's the QR codes for them if you want to check them out. We're going to be learning about QR codes in a week or two. Some of you might already know what they are. Otherwise, just Google Rubistar and iRubric and you can find those websites. So we are going to be having a little project to see if you understand about assessment. And here's your task. You're going to make a screencast, look at all these different tech assessment resources that I went over today, and you might have some more that you know about. These are only just a few, the tip of the iceberg here. Pick one resource that you think is a great resource for the classroom for assessment, and then you're going to make a screencast. In that screencast, you're going to tell us about the tool and tell us how it can be used for assessment. So to make this very clear, here's the learning goals that I want you to show me that you know. Show me what you know about the tool itself. Could be one of these tools or one of your choice. And then explain your understanding of how it can be used for assessment. So you might talk about formative or summative assessment. You can talk about whether it gives fast feedback, whether it helps students or teachers monitor progress, anything about assessment. And you're going to be creating your own screencast and be demonstrating your skill in creating a quality screencast. So there's going to be a rubric, and the rubric will explain to you exactly what I expect, but these are the questions I asked to create the rubric. What makes a quality screencast? And how will I know that you understand the assessment concepts that we talked about today? So here's the rubric for your assessment assignment. It's going to be a screencasting rubric. So you're going to be making a screencast for one of the tech assessment resources that you think will have a good impact on learning. So if you could look down the side here, the four things that are most important is your organization. So planning ahead, what do you want to see on the screencast, first, second, third, fourth, and then you can make it clear. If you use title slides, it really helps. We want the content to be well organized and really explain to the viewer how this resource works and what are the main features. And begin with a clear focus on what the resource is about. Your video, we're looking for your video to be high quality, video and audio. Make sure the content is appropriate and clearly visible with easy to read fonts and colors. You can add some graphics and visual effects if you like. And for the audio, it does help to rehearse, try things. Sometimes you have to edit things out. Your voice should be clear and expressive. Use some enthusiasm. Use a good tone so that it's not monotone. Your voice volume should enhance your presentation. And we shouldn't be hearing some background noise and fumbling or sounds or dead space. And in the content, I'm looking for your understanding of assessment concepts. So I have them over here. And you'll notice that the content is worth 60 points because this is a tool to assess your understanding of assessment. So that's the most important thing. Then you'll notice up here your organization is worth 20 points. Your video portion and the audio portion, that's worth 20 points as well, 10 for each thing. And then you can notice going along the bottom here is if you get expert, you'll get between 18 and 20 points, practitioner 14 to 17. So that's what those numbers mean. So the whole assignment is worth 100 points. And good luck. As always, ask questions if you need anything. And last but not least, let's just go over your assignments for this week. First of all, I want to just tell you that your research papers were phenomenal. I really enjoyed reading them. After we went through the first draft, the second time I read them, I just was reading them as if I was reading an article and enjoying them just for the content that you had in there. We're going to be looking at those further and actually sharing them with each other in the future. but just wanted to let you know what a great job you did this week. Those are our learning objectives. If you want the PowerPoint from this week, the presentation, then there's the PDF for that. You're going to be looking at different ways that teachers use assessment and technology in their classroom. I have an example here for you to watch, and I have a link that you can go to. Click on this. There's 71 videos related to assessment. A lot of them have to do with technology. So look through them. Not watching all of them, but watch the ones that interest you and pick one that you really like, and then go into the discussion forum and give us a link and explain to us why we should watch it. Try to make it a hyperlink instead of just copying and pasting the URL in there. That makes it easier for us to click on. And then you are going to, this is your assessment task that I mentioned in the previous part of this screencast. There's some screencasting tools. You already downloaded Jing for an earlier assignment. I was using Screencast-O-Matic. There's some more tools here in ScreenR. This is online, so you don't need to download anything. It works really well. And the last assignment for this week is in the discussion forum. This is a thought-provoking video that I'd like you to watch. Heidi Hayes Jacobs, who's an expert in the field of curriculum and curriculum design. She's really thought-provoking, and she has some things that would be important for us to think about and talk about. So watch the video, and then in discussion 3 in the discussion forum, put your thoughts about what you're watching. So that's it for this week. Don't forget to fill out your checklist and submit it when you're done. Good luck, and as always, ask if you have any questions.